we have discussed about the pollution and the types of pollution that was discussed yesterday, and today we will discuss about the noise pollution and its control. So what is the pollution, what is the noise pollution, and how we can control this pollution? So the sound is the means of communication between human beings. It is the way by which they can express feelings and exchange their feelings. So a loud and unpleasant sound that causes discomfort is known as noise. A sound produced by anyone at wrong place and in wrong time is also noise. The propagation of unwanted sound in the atmosphere is is known as noise pollution. So actually we can describe, we can um, understand about the noise pollution that in many ways, that the unpleasant sound which causes the discomfort is noise or noise pollution. Sound travels in the form of waves through the air. Sound travels as the pressure waves in and travels in all the directions. A musical sound produces a smooth and pleasing effect on the ear, whereas noise produces the jarring effect. The hearing abilities of human beings depends on the intensity and the frequency of the sound. The intensity is given by watt per meter square, and we can say in decibel. So it is observed that sound is varying from the rarely audible low intensity of about 10 to the power minus 12 watt per meter square to a very high intensity of about 1 watt per meter square. So the loudness L of the sound and and intensity I is given by L equal to 10 log I upon I0 decibel. Decibel is the unit of the intensity of sound, and the standard value of I naught equal to 10 to the power minus 12 watt per meter square. So an increase of about 10 decimal is approximately double the increase in sounds in the loudness of the noise. A person hearing can be damaged if it exposed to noise, and the 75 decibel to 80 decibel over a prolonged period of time, it will damage the hearing. And the World Health Organization recommends that the sound level indoors should be less than 30 decibel. So this is the sound pollution actually, or the we can say the noise pollution. So now what is the ambient level or noise level, and how we can the in one can monitor the noise level? So the and noise pollution and the control and regulation rules 2000 define the ambient noise levels for a various areas as follows. We can see the index given below, that is the in first column it is given that is the category of the area or the zone, and the next column the limits, and which is given in decibel and the logarithmic equivalent. So this limits is divided in two parts. Two parts means the two shifts, and the first shift is from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and the second shift is from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So from the industrial area, we can say from the if we discuss from the industrial area, it should be a 75 decibel from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and in the night time it should be 70 decibel, or in the commercial area it should be 65, and in night time it should be 55, or in residential area in daytime it will be 55, and in night time it must be 45 or below 45, or in the silence zone this in daytime this should be 50, and in night time it is it may be 40. The government of India on March 2011 launched a real-time ambient noise monitoring network. Under this remote noise monitoring terminals have been installed in 3 phases in around 25 cities. So now we will discuss what is the source of noise pollution. The source which produces a sound more than 75 or 80 decibel is a source of noise pollution, and we can understand and study the noise pollution by the following table. So now we look at this table and we can say the what is the source of the noise pollution and what is the intensity of the sound. So in this index, look at this index, and the first column where source is given and the intensity is given against the source, so we can see the different the source with the intensity of the sound. So we the number one, the respiration, यानी श्वास जो ले रहे हैं उससे भी 10 डेसिबल का साउंड पैदा होता है, यानी वी कैन से दैट द रेस्पिरेशन creates the sound of intensity 10 decibel, and whispering is creating the sound of intensity 20 to 30 decibel, and the wristwatch it will also of intensity of sound of the 20 decibel, or ordinary conversation it is also 30 to 60 decibel, telephonic talk it is also 60 to 80, and office sound it is also 60 to 80, on the alarm watch it is 70 to 80, and the traffic noise it is 50 to 90, and the truck at from the 50 feet distance it will create a 90 decibel, and the cry it is 100 decibel, and the motorcycle it is 100 decibel, the printing press it is 110, or the whistle of the train it is also 110, and roaring of lion from 12 feet it is 105 to 110, and the horn of the motor bus it is 110, and the jet plane it is 110, and the siren it is 150 to 160, and the rocket 170 to 180. So look at this table and we can see how the noise is created, and how these type of different source generates the noise. And now after go through this different intensity of the sound of the sources, we can think about the control of the noise pollution, and so how we can or how we can control the noise pollution. So noise above 80 decimal, now noise above 80 decibel loudness produce the bad effect, and the following safety measures can be taken to control the noise pollution. So we are thinking about the control of the noise pollution. So number one, here the all the description is given in the different points. So the 7 points are given here. The number 1 is in the silence zones around residential areas and the educational institution and the hospitals, there should be a silence zone. Noise by heavy traffic can be reduced by plantation of trees near roads. Occupational exposure to noise can be reduced using protective devices. Use of loudspeaker and amplifiers, DJ, etc. should be restricted and must be completely banned after 10 pm in the night. Installation of heavy machinery should be far from residential area, and we are using the machinery that should that also produces a heavy or intensity of sound, that can be also reduced by proper maintenance and the lubrication. Noise units, noise producing units like bus stands, railway station, industries, aerodromes should be established away from residential and the industrial area. So according to this, the WHO limits for loudness of the sound, and what should be the limit of the intensity of sound at different places is given in this table. So again, look at this table. What is the limit, or what level of intensity should be there at various places, like drawing room in our houses? It should be, there should be a 40 in the intensity of sound should be 40 decibel. In bedroom it is 25 decibel. In hospital 20 to 35. In library it is 20 to 25. In classroom it should be 30 to 40. Hotel and restaurant it should be 40 to 60. Laboratory it should be 40 to 50. And office 30 to 45. And the factory 40 to 60. And the industrial institute it should be 30 to 35. So these are the level of intensity at various places, that may be the limits according to the World Health Organization. And now the last one, that what will be the effect of the noise pollution. So there is a table given here, that the sound intensity and the effect on the health. So we can also go through this table or and look at the table, that all the and what is the intensity, and that intensity of sound, how they affect the health of the humans. So number 1, that is the level of sound of the intensity, that is 80 decibel, and it produces a irritation. It means 80 decibel of this sound, or the sound of 80 decibel produces irritation, यानी कुछ इरिटेट होने लगता है कोई भी व्यक्ति जो है, वो उसको इरिटेशन ऐसा पैदा होने लगता है. इसका मतलब ये है कि साउंड का जो लेवल है वो 80 डेसिबल के बराबर करीब करीब हो गया है. सो दी व्हेन दी इंटेंसिटी इज 90 डेसिबल, loss of hearing. So the loss of hearing start from this 80 decibel and above. So we must take care about the level of the intensity. So as the noise level is increasing, the increasing decibel to decibel, this creates this produces a different type of the losses in the different organs. Now the level of intensity is 95. It causes the anxiety and stress. When at 110 or the 110 decibel, experience of the skin stimulation. At 120 decibel, it's a very painful situation. And 130 to 135, giddiness, hypertension, चक्कर आना शुरू हो जाते हैं और बीपी वगैरह बढ़ना और उसकी ब्लड प्रेशर की प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है, हाइपरटेंशन की प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है. एट 140 डेसिबल, इफेक्ट्स ऑफ ए साइकोमोटर परफॉर्मेंस. 150 डेसिबल, बर्निंग ऑफ स्किन. एंड 160 डेसिबल, एयर ड्रम और एयर फिल्म ब्रेक्स, और कान का पर्दा फट जाता है. 180, it's a damage of air, eye and heart failure. So these are the effect of the noise pollution generally, which affects the health. So now we can say that this is the noise pollution and its control. So now I would like to say this all the students of the engineering or the technical students, that you should, whenever you answer the question related to this noise pollution and control or the pollution, so you should write write your answer with technical data or some formula based answer, so that examiner can understand that you are giving answer with some data, or you are understanding how the noise or the pollution affects the human beings. Thank you.